Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 11 in our 20 from 1989 series, and this game cracks me up. It's very funny, but it's also really difficult, and this is called Toki. This game is also known as Juju Densetsu in Japan. This was created by the TAD Corporation and licensed to Fabtek in the US. Very funny game. I remember seeing this at multiple places. It is a side-scrolling action game, platform jumping type of game, and you are this caveman type of guy that got turned into an ape by an evil wizard, and he also abducted your girlfriend, who is the princess of your village, and she is Princess Miho. You are Toki, or in Japan, you are Juju. And there we see the evil wizard Vuki Medlo, or the evil witch doctor. There are some seriously stupid names for these enemies. But the game is so funny. It has such goofy sound effects, goofy enemies. I enjoy it, even though the game is really difficult. A lot of the enemies have surprise attacks, and you really need to know what they do, and you need to back off a little bit before they can hit you with their attacks. Very tough game. I think I first saw it at a movie theater. I enjoyed it. It's very fun, and there were a lot of home ports of it. And we will go ahead and get started. In order to become human again, of course, you must beat the game. And we'll start with Stage 1, the Labyrinth of Caves. There are some enemies that will release coins when you destroy them. And if you collect 50 coins, you will get an extra life. And Toki has... There were some coins. Toki has a default weapon. He shoots fireballs out of his mouth. But there are several different power-ups that you can get. The little monkeys go, ow, when you kill them. And there I have a 2-way shot. There's also a 3-way shot. And there is a stronger fireball attack. And there will be times when you need to jump on a seesaw, and a weight will propel you upwards. And this is the only place where we see this little mini fortress that these monkeys are steering. And you can take out these faces on each side of the fortress and then kill the monkeys on top. Just this game just cracks me up. It's very funny. Like I said, it gets very difficult. And now we have a power-up that lets me shoot flame. You can bounce on many of the enemies' heads without dying. Otherwise, one hit will kill you. And sometimes you'll need to bounce on an enemy to reach power-ups. And many ledges that you're jumping over to will have a small ledge next to it. And that small ledge will break when you land on it, so you need to jump away again. And these spiders are some of my most hated enemies in this whole game. They love to spit multiple fireballs. And when you keep shooting them, they move faster and faster. And when they die, they spit more fireballs. God, I hate them. Yeah, contact with one fireball is enough to kill Toki, or Juju in Japan. But yeah, with the there will also be ghosts that drop spears from above. Any enemy that's super annoying, waste him as quickly as you can. And this little trophy thing will give me a helmet, and that protects my noggin. And there's more coin-dropping enemies. You'll recognize the enemies that drop the coins. And we are almost to the first boss. And he can be a pain if you don't know how to deal with him. First off, stay far away from him and keep shooting him. and you'll need to learn how to get underneath him without getting jumped on. His monkeys that he shoots, fortunately, are easy to take down because they only require one hit to destroy. Now we're moving on to level 2, which is Lake Neptune. Yeah, they definitely keep collecting those power-ups. I think I used a save state to start this stage here. But keep collecting those power-ups. They will not last. They will eventually peter out, and you will be back to your default weapon. If you have a wheel of these same flying enemies here, the central one, when you kill it, all the others will die, so keep that in mind. But if you don't know what the enemies do, just inch forward until they react and back away quickly. I hate those flying enemies too. Yeah, that flamethrower, just hold down the fire button and you'll release a constant stream. And now we're going to start swimming underwater. You have infinite oxygen, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about running out of it. Just some of the coolest sound effects, I think, from arcade games right around here. Not that they're particularly rich or awesome. They're just so funny, and they capture the humor of this game just perfectly, which is quite welcome because the game is very, very difficult. Maybe not as such quite yet, but oh man, does it get tough later. Fortunately, the collision detection is not cruel in this game. It's fair, I think. This guy is really hard to kill, so you might want to try to get behind him. Then you can take him out from behind for some nice points. I think you get like 3,000 to 5,000 or something when you kill him. Maybe it was more than that. There will be some bonus items for bonus points, like the coins or food. But yeah, collect 50 coins and you'll get an extra life. There is also an extra life icon somewhere in the game. Yeah, just watch out for those ghosts. The ghosts will not leave you alone until you kill them. There will be a number of enemies that will just keep plaguing you until you waste them. And now this is the second boss. I think he's a little easier than the first boss. You just need to back up until you have room to destroy the fireballs. And you can shoot him at an angle like that. That might be actually easier. Just back away, take out the eyeballs, and then get some shots on the boss when you can. Now, learn to read his energy meter. If he has filled in blocks instead of blue blocks, that means he's got a series of hits he can take. And once you've eliminated all the filled in blocks, then whatever dots you see below that is all that's left of his energy meter. And here is a new power-up. This one, if you let the power meter fill up, then when you press the fire button, you'll have the strongest fireball. Like that, it'll be blue. And there will be some areas where you have an enemy you have to destroy, and then you'll get a key. Then you can advance to the next part of the stage. But yeah, one charged shot from that weapon will take out those annoying flying monkeys. Be careful with those stalagmites that shoot spikes when you destroy them. Ah, crap! Yeah, take out only one at a time. Yeah, I just love the sound effects in this game. Just the look of the enemies. Yeah, use the enemies, bounce on the enemies to propel yourself upward so that you can collect some of the power-ups. But yeah, be careful with those stupid spiders. Really hate them. And remember that those little monkeys will die with one hit. And they'll go, ow! there's a clock icon that gives me a little more time. And yeah, you will lose a life if you run out of time. I hate dealing with this spider here. They'll often put spiders or other enemies in really tough to attack from places. You just have to learn to watch out for those fireballs that they spit. And again, just shoot the... if you can take out that middle bat or whatever that is, you'll destroy all the others too. Automatically. Here's the double shot. Yeah, you'll see a lot of those moving platforms. Watch out for this guy because he'll swoop low and he can hit your head and kill you. And he'll shoot fireballs. But the burn... The place where the fireball burns on the ground will not kill you. You can go right through it. Now we have platforms moving. And this spider is really, really, really tough to deal with. I wish you could shoot between those stones, but you can't. You have to actually go down here and try not to get hit by his fireballs. Ah, god damn it, I didn't jump in time. Yeah, I remember seeing this in, I think, a movie theater first, and then I started seeing it in arcades. Do not shoot upwards when you're going underneath those winged enemies. You will point your head upwards and get hit by them. And do not jump here. Just walk straight backwards to avoid that spike. And now we have to jump across to swinging vines. I think they're vines. Yeah, I hate this dinosaur here. He'll spit his egg bits at you, and I was lucky I bounced on it. And then he'll shoot fireballs. I just do not like those guys. Ah! And I could not predict the fireball pattern. He shoots two far ones and then one close one. That "save me" sounded like Daphne from Dragon's Lair. I will let the time run out. You can select no or let the time run out on the continue, and you get this same picture of static on that TV screen. And I was unable to save Princess Miho. Oh well, now I put in my initials. You can either select end or try to select another initial, and that will input your score and your initials. And I got halfway through Toki, and we will see snippets of the rest of the game. I will put on invincibility and finish off the game. But there are 6 stages, and I got through 3 of them. We will scoot forward to me getting to this point. Yeah, trying to shoot upwards right at the edge there, you won't be able to shoot upwards. I just love that. Ow! And the goofy boing sound. This game, I just laughed when I first played it. I couldn't get very far at all. So it took me quite a while to understand the enemies. I'm close to an extra life, I think. Yeah, watch those stalagmites, because they'll shoot out spikes. Back away. This bug is really a weird boss. He'll shoot letters at you, and they'll say burp. Don't come too close to his legs, because his fists will try to punch you, or his legs will try to kick you. And you need to hit his belly below his mouth. And I'm just going to say now, I'm invincible. I'm going to come right up to you and just blast the hell out of you. And he melts. How disgusting. What a gross boss. And now we're going to the Ice Palace. And there will be these crystal blocks, or these ice blocks, that you can stand on and they'll drop. If they are destroyed, they will regenerate quickly. So if there was an area you needed to go upwards on, and you destroyed the ice blocks that would help you get up there, they'll regenerate. See? Yeah, I put on invincibility so I can try to play through the game quicker. There were a number of home ports of this. Hey, look! It almost looks like a Pango from one of Sega's old games, and we're gonna kill him. I'm sure that's not Pango. I don't think it's intended as an homage to Pango or anything. Just love the sound effects to this game. Very funny. There was a sequel, I think, to this for the Sega Genesis called Toki Ape Spit or something like that. This guy takes a lot of bullets. Yeah, I'm getting really close to the extra life here. Yeah, for me, the best part of this game is the sound effects. The graphics are, of course, not great by any means, but they serve their purpose. And the goofy expressions of some of the killed enemies, like the monkeys, does make me laugh. You cannot bounce on that elephant's tusks, so don't try, because I think it's fatal. And you gotta hit his feet, but you gotta watch out for his trunk, because it will extend and try to hit you. You can get some meager points by shooting his body. But yeah, don't bounce on those tusks, because you can't. They'll kill you. Sometimes Toki does a big old jump after he beats the boss, and sometimes he doesn't. I don't know what triggers that, if anything, or if it's just random. And now we go to the Dark Jungle. We just have one more stage after this. This big old bird will release chicken. They're just bonus points. You have to watch the distance of your jump when jumping across those spiky pits. There's less room for error than you think there is. You can jump on these seeds that this plant is shooting, or bounce on the seeds. And you bounce on this iguana or whatever it is to get that power up there. We're just going to look at snippets of the remainder of the levels in this game. And there, I got an extra life for getting enough coins. There will also be a 1-up icon a little bit later that you can collect for an extra life. Oops. There we go. I just love the sound effects. Oh, there it is. But I needed to bounce on that guy's head, and I shot him. Oops. Now I can't get it. Oh well. These little worm things, these little silkworm thingies, you can bounce on their heads for extra points. Maybe do it a lot while you have plenty of time. But yeah, if you run out of time, you will lose a life. So watch your time, but you should have plenty, as long as you don't totally dawdle. And we gotta use that seesaw again. And we got 3 rising and falling platforms. And here is the next boss. And this boss is gross. He's invisible except for his hands, his feet, and his heart. And you need to shoot the heart. The feet will not march all the way to the left. See, they're backing up. You just need to get out of the way of the hands and shoot at the heart when you have a clear shot. Screw it. I'm just gonna stand under it. Why Why is the hand squeezing its own heart? Weird. And now we go on to the final stage, the Golden Palace. And this has a really tough part where you have to ride these little minecart type thingies. And you have to time your jumps because you'll come to an abyss. And you don't want to jump too far. And you don't want to not jump enough. Watch out for these things that can slam into you with the spikes. Unless you have the invincibility cheat on like I do. Yeah, those flying monkeys are really annoying. And then we have these flames that shoot out of the floor. He farted. And then this guy's annoying too, this flying monkey head. Just know how to deal with the enemies, and if you don't, just inch forward enough until they shoot or something, and then back away quickly. You have plenty of time to do that sort of thing in this game. The timer's not strict. Here we go with the minecart thingy. Oops, overshot it. You can jump straight up and still have forward motion, and that's what you needed to do there. There, to land safely on that minecart. And you gotta watch out for these spikes too. You gotta jump or duck when necessary. That's not the end. See, here's another one. Yeah, just like I said, you can jump straight up. And there's another one. If you jump straight up, that might be just the right amount of forward motion, which you'll still have just when jumping straight up to keep you from falling into the abyss. I hate those flying monkeys, and I hate the spiders. And that enemy dropped me a clock to restore some time. Here's the final boss of the game, known as Toki. What a dumb name. But he is the witch doctor that turned me into an ape and stole my girlfriend. And you need to shoot the cape enough and avoid these flying sickles that he shoots at you, or whatever these are, boomerangs maybe. And eventually, he will turn into this big old monster, and you need to shoot its body enough times. And the body will shoot out fireballs and boulders when you shoot it. And watch out for that skull that will shoot out at you on occasion. And missing with your shots and hitting other parts of its body will deflect the bullets. And I'm gonna destroy Toki now. There we go. And I will save Princess Miho in the process and get myself turned back into human. And we are going to see the end of Toki, also known as Juju Densetsu in Japan. And again, the hero's name in this game is Toki, and in Japan he's known as Juju. And they're reunited. Surrounded by hearts, it makes me think of Kung Fu for the NES. That's what it looked like when you beat the game. And here are all the silly or stupid names for all the enemies. Just don't know what they were high on. But that is Toki by the TAD Corporation and licensed to Fabtek in the US. Just weird names for everything. Kind of gross marshmallowy eyeballs that second enemy shot out. That is Toki, and it had a whole bunch of home ports. And here's a some quick caricatures of the staff responsible for Toki, also known as Juju Densets. And I will put in my initials. Well, that is Toki, created in 1989 by the TAD Corporation and licensed to Fabtek in the US. There I am in first place on the high score list. Well, that was Toki. Very fun game. Very, very difficult, though. Be very patient. Don't try to rush through the game. Well, that is Toki, game number 11 in our 20 from 1989 series, created by the TAD Corporation and licensed to Fabtek. Well, this is Crazy Clown Racing. Thanks for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 10. Bye-bye, folks.